Today I'm going to show you how we repaired this damage without doing any kind of painting or body work at the customer's location. Stay tuned. So we have a brand new Lexus GX460, and when I say brand new, I mean 530 miles on the odometer, brand new. So a really unfortunate situation. This customer had this car for about a week, and somebody backed up into the rear hatch of this beautiful Lexus here. You can see the damage. Oh man, seriously, this is I would consider this on a scale of 1 to 10, probably about 11 for the difficulty aspect of the repair. So one of the biggest reasons this repair is so difficult is because of the depth towards that edge there. You can see the edge is pushed in, and that is the deepest point of impact. That's going to be the hardest thing to remove, and you can see that the license plate pocket is actually shifted and pushed in quite a bit. And yeah, this is going to give us a run for the money for sure. So first things first, we remove the inner trim panel to gain access to the back side of the dent. We also remove the license plate pocket assembly there, and you can see that damage is pretty deep right there in that body line. We do need to remove that dent as well. Even though it's not shown, it does need to be worked on because it does affect the entire repair outcome in the end. You can see there's some pretty good openings in there from the backside. It's going to be a little awkward working on it, but that's what we do as paintless dent repair technicians. We improvise, and we are as efficient as we can with what we have, and we'll work it out in the end. So we're starting off with some controlled glue pulling, and then we move to some slide hammer pulling, and that was done with hot glue. This is done with cold glue, what you're seeing here. This is actually just a way to kind of shock some of the damage out, just get some of the big bulk of it out, and then we move to a more controlled pull again using that bridge puller, and then back to some hot glue with a slide hammer. So you can see there's all sorts of methods. That's a shot of what the hot glue looks like coming out and being placed on a tab, and we're placing that right on that top portion that's kind of hidden, and just trying to relieve some of that tension up there to make the rest of the repair go well. And you can see the glue comes off with some alcohol, and we're making some progress. And now we're going to move to a traditional pushing method from the backside. This is ultimately the best route for removing dents, if you can do it this way. You can see that metal in the center of the screen there. Just pay attention to that reflection. You'll see it, the dent just start to kind of walk up, and this requires a tremendous amount of force. I actually had to use a carbon fiber rod from the backside there. Carbon fiber does not flex at all, and that's what I needed in this particular situation. So a little ugly here at the moment, but we want to get the panel's shape back, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. This is our second point of access right there. That's a factory drain hole, which was big enough to insert that little 3/8 rod inside there. So I have basically a nice access with that carbon fiber rod like you're seeing there from that side, as well as the lower drain hole access. Basically, the more points of access that you have to work with, the better the repair is going to come out, given the fact that you can work from different angles. And this is one of the final steps. We're actually taking this blending hammer that has highly polished heads on it, and we're just kind of tapping and sending vibrations through the panel to get it to lay flat. Here's the final outcome. This thing actually came out really good, and I'm using this light reflection to kind of show you exactly how well it came out. Customer was super happy with the end result, and the fact that we did this repair at the customer's home and we didn't alter anything about the vehicle in the process of repairing it brings a huge value to the customer. And anytime you can do it this way, this is a much better solution using the paintless method. And hopefully you never get damage like this, but if you ever do, make paintless dent repair your first solution. If you'd like more info about paintless dent repair, or to see if your dent is a good candidate for the process, you can visit cfldentrepair.com, or you can call me directly at 386-216-5185. I really appreciate you taking the time to become educated about the very valuable paintless dent repair process. Thanks again. See you on the next one.